Hello, this is Joyce Fernandez for the last time, I think, at least in this setting. I really hope that I see you at some point in real life. And it has happened to me so many times that I'll be in CVS or in a hospital or walking on BCC campus and someone very familiar goes by. And then you hear my voice and you think, I recognize that voice. And you're not sure where. And if this happens, please come up to me and say, hi, I'm Ken. Hi, I'm Zio. Hi, I'm Alex from your asynchronous class. I will know you and I will get excited and try not to embarrass you. Today is December 12th, 2023. And I'm writing to you for two reasons. Not only just to say hi and happy holidays, and I hope you are well and keeping up with your good exercise and sleep regimen and good diet so that you can survive the stress of the holidays and final exams. It's not an easy time. The spring semester is much more relaxed than I call this Christmas semester. Not that everyone celebrates Christmas, but I think you know what I mean. It's the holidays, whether it's Hanukkah, which is right now, or Christmas, or Kwanzaa, or New Year's. It's just like an energy all around that's great, but it also can feel stressful all at the same time. Anyway, two reasons I'm speaking to you right now. One, I just noticed that today, December 12th, from noon to 8 p.m., IT is working on Access BCC, and you will not be able to use Access BCC to get into our course site. You can go through blackboard.com to do it, but not Access BCC, which is the way I always go through the course site. So I found that a little bit discouraging. Hopefully it's repaired soon, and maybe even right now as I'm speaking it is. I did look to see who passed in the final exams, and no pressure because you have until this Friday at 11:59 p.m. So I know some of you have it organized when you're going to work on the final exam, and I respect that. But so far, I have heard from Ken, Elise, Jacob, Justin, Alex, Leslie, and Cameron. So great. So if you think you passed in your final exam and I didn't just say your name, well, look to make sure it was submitted or that it's connected to our course site. So Monet and Angela and Zio, Rachel, Sydney, Alexia, Olivia, Victoria, Legacy, and Autumn, you have time. You really do have time. So I just wanted the students who did pass in the final exam to know that I received them, and I haven't carefully graded them yet, but I've received them. I've listened to the ones that came in by oral at least once, and I've read through the written ones, but I haven't taken time to really look through the parts. But I'm still, even though it was a quick glance, I'm very impressed. I'm still very impressed in how different we all are, and the discussion boards that were selected for takeaways are so different, but great reasons why that you connected. I appreciate that connection so much. Decades ago, I used a textbook. I used a textbook for this class where students had to read chapters and take quizzes, and I lectured from the chapters. And I found that was really difficult, even for me, to keep up the energy of a textbook that was written so long ago by an author that we don't even know. So I started doing public speaking through film. I would find some wonderful presentations, like let's say in Braveheart or in the King's Speech, in movies, and I would bring in those excerpts and I would talk about public speaking vis-a-vis the characters in the movies. I thought that was great, but I did notice that some students were a little lost because they didn't know the whole movie, and there really wasn't time to watch 10 movies in class. And I lost, as the generations went on, I was losing my audience. So then I started using, maybe about 3-4 years ago, the TED Talks, and anything but read the chapters. And I'm not against reading, but I found the material to be not as stimulating. So then when I started looking through all the TED Talks that talk about public speaking, I change up my selections every semester, and I look for any content that will connect to our student learning outcomes. And I'm really appreciative when I see students connecting. And then when I put in those prompts, the suggested questions is to get you to see it the way I would want you to see it, as an academic in public speaking. So sometimes it looks like, wow, we had fun in here. We just watched a bunch of videos, but they were videos with a purpose and an educational pathway. So I'm really pleased when I listen and I read your answers on question 1 that you caught on to that. And then how kind you are and how compassionate and how appreciative you are of each other. You always have been. The journals have been exemplary as far as I'm seeing how you're looking at others and you're seeing yourself in others and you're appreciating everyone's effort. And same for the final exam. And some students did select students to speak about for question 2 about the journals that they never wrote about before. It was all of a sudden they said, oh, I'm going to speak about this particular student because I watched that person's growth and I can really appreciate how far they've come or how much they've opened themselves up. And I can see the difference between their self-introduction to their final presentation. And that's what I'm looking for too. And then self-reflections, yeah, have been great. They've been great. There is that feeling out there that we've all experienced hesitancy for public speaking, depending on the context, the environment that we're in, and how free we feel to speak or not to speak. And every one of you are public speakers. You came into this class as a public speaker, and this class was just to reintroduce you to your own skill set, get you to have some practice, and hopefully launch you into the future with a little bit more confidence and a little bit more knowledge of what you're doing and why you're doing it. But your ability is unquestionable. You are all very competent public speakers. You were 4 months ago, and now you've been exposed through a course on public speaking. And this was an introduction to public speaking. So we just started talking about it. You have to move it on. Speaking of which, if you go on to a 4-year school and you see public speaking as a 3rd level or a 4th level course, and you'll know it's on those levels if it starts with a 300 or a 400, find out, can you take that course even though it looks like you're taking a duplicate course? It won't be. We're introduction to public speaking. That would be more what we'd consider advanced public speaking. And many of you, I think, would really enjoy that. Find out what they do in that class. It's going to be very similar to what we've done here, but maybe the expectation is a little bit different. Maybe you have to pass in an outline before you do your presentation, something like that. But for those who really learned, their way around delivering an oral presentation, I think you would love the next step to this course. It's the holidays, whether you celebrate Kwanzaa or Hanukkah, which is right now, or Christmas, New Year's is coming, it's the holidays. And we know that can be stressful for many, many of you, and you need to manage that stress through good sleep, good diet. Do not indulge in liquor or sweets to any portion that you wouldn't normally do, because it's going to raise havoc on your system, and that only causes more stress. So try to stay as balanced as you can. Keep the joy of the season in your heart, and appreciate the fact that we made it through another year, and that you've made it through this course. 3 more college credits going forward to get to your goal. Thank you all for being in this class. I can't wait to see you in the real world. I'll promise not to embarrass you as I yell, Zio, or Ken, or Alex. I won't do that. I won't do that. I will keep it all inside. But I will be joyful. I'll be really happy to see you. Anyway, everyone, be safe. Be good to yourselves. Be good to others. Thank you for being in this class. Take the lessons and spring forward into the future. Never hesitate to speak up. You all have a voice and something to say. But first, be a good listener. Take care, everyone. Peace.